Hi, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Me. I'm Susan B Lochocki, running for President of the United States with the Green Party, and this is my kitchen. Welcome. So it is Saturday, July 25th, State Saturday, and I always recommend a Schoolhouse Rock video, and this one is the one about camping, which is adjectives. So big and small and cold and hot and all sorts of things. Pull out your adjectives. That's what you need when you go camping, for sure. Then I want to address something that somebody asked me or referred or sort of implied that I might play electric guitar. Over the last couple of weeks, somebody mentioned something like that. And I have to say that, unfortunately, I do not. I want to. It's my goal. And I want to be able to play, some various songs on there. But right now, I cannot play it. I was hoping to bring it along with me, too, on this trip, but I had to leave my guitar at home in Switzerland, so it's not with me. No chance to even practice. Because, well, I think I'm a little busy. But maybe the next visit I'll be able to bring it with me, and then I can practice and you can watch me practice. I don't know, it's always been a dream of mine. I have to say that it sort of, when Jessie was 2, when my daughter was 2, she wanted to play the violin. She turned to me one day and said, "I want a violin." And I said, "Are you sure you want a violin? Why a violin?" And she's like, "I want a violin." And I don't know where she got the idea from, but it was really deep in her. Then, as you know, she got sick, and well, with a musical instrument at the age of 2, you don't always, push kids into starting musical instruments so early. So we held off a little bit and made sure that she really wanted it. But then she got sick, and then we didn't. But after she got sick, when she was around 6 years old, she said, "I really want," or maybe it was 5. Maybe it was 5. I don't know. Anyway, she said, "I really want a violin." And so we got her one. And then she started practicing. And because she was needing some encouragement, I started to learn to play too. And so we would play together on her little violin, on her kid's violin, and I was actually getting really good at it as well as she was. So anyway, long story short, we continued, she and I, and even, Chris got into it too, and we were all sort of playing the violin periodically. Yeah, and I was amazed at how actually easy it was to pick up a musical instrument and learn how to play it. So I decided one day I would get an electric guitar. Because it's just what I always wanted. And, I love how, Jimi Hendrix and Prince and Led Zeppelin and The Who, just all these whatever, my youth rock stars, growing up, how they played the guitar. It was pretty darn amazing. So anyway, that's been always my dream. So no, I don't know how to play it, is the long answer to that question. Jessie eventually had to give up violin twice. First because she had a teacher who was giving way too much homework and she just couldn't do everything at the same time. And then she took it up again more recently, but had it for a year and actually didn't do much with it. We never organized the classes, so I think classes are crucial to helping children continue to play. I actually, picked up her violin a few times myself just to refresh my memory, and it all came back. So, I'm looking forward, like I said, to learning the electric guitar. It'll be fun. Then it's yeah. So I'm in an RV. I'm looking for a nice place to stay where there's not a lot of or I should say where there's some shade, and I found some down at the Hudson River waterfront in the town where I was, and it was nice. I will have to say there's a lot of dilapidation and a lot of industry down by the river, which is not so nice. There's all this beautiful waterfront that could be used for public spaces that's not being used that way, which is a shame. And then there's a lot of litter. But the litter is less from the human beings. You know what it is from? It's from the birds. The birds go into the garbage cans and they pull things out because they want the food inside, because they're hungry. So then they pull the food out, but they leave the trash there because they don't know they should pick it up and put it into the garbage can. Then a nice wind comes and it gets blown everywhere. So we need to put lids on our garbage cans. And when people throw things into a garbage can, they should make sure that the lid is out. One thing I will suggest is that I discovered in Kathmandu, Nepal, when I was there 2 years ago, was they have these little shrines set up all throughout the city and maybe all throughout the country, I don't know, where you put food at a certain shrine and then the animals come and take it and eat it from there. You don't leave plastic, you don't leave carton or anything like that. You just put the food out. There's normally like a little plate there. You put the food out and then the animals come and take what they need. So there are wild dogs, there are wild monkeys, there are wild birds, and they all get plenty of food. Why? Because that's what the people do with their leftovers. They put it outside for the animals to eat. And they don't leave it in the containers, they put it on the side. So maybe this is something for the US too. Maybe it's time to build a little animal shrine and put some food out there. Our leftovers. And put then the garbage into the garbage container, and leave the food out for the animals. I don't know, just thinking, it might be a thought. So, my first night sleeping was a little nerve-wracking, but it worked. Sleeping at a Walmart does work. I was with other RVers, so I wasn't alone. And it was a good experience, I have to admit. I was quite impressed. So I think I'll do it again tonight and see how it goes. That's Saturday to Sunday. Let's see, I got a message from the government that says I'm supposed to stay quarantined, so I'm quarantining as best I can. I'm isolated by myself. I can't be more quarantined than that. And I'm doing my best to stay away, so I will. This is what was planned when I came in. When I first made my travel arrangements, the concept was that on July 20th that the U.S. was going to stop with the quarantining, but apparently that wasn't the case once I finally got here, but I decided to come anyways. So with the RVs being in quarantine, it's kind of nice because you can still move around and see things, but you're separated. So it does work. I'm quarantined for sure. I'm not with anybody else, all by myself, just me and my dog. And I go out only when she has to go out, or if we need food or a beverage of some sort. So there we go. I'm quarantined. Then, lastly, the song of the day is called Free Electric Band. That's to make the link to my